Well, good morning
Good
and
morning.
welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. I'm sorry, Mona, go ahead.
No, you go right ahead, Clyde. It is such a good day, and we are glad that you joined us today. I am broadcasting to you straight out of the conference room on the second floor. Yep, they have brought us further and further apart,
Yes,
haven't they,
yes.
Clyde?
Yes, they have. We used to be across the studio. Now we're on different floors. The next thing you know, one of us is going to be home. Oh, wait, hold on. A different country, our director says.
Yes, yes. But you know what? I have to thank Larry Shields. He helped me out. He's our director of engineering. He helped me set this up, and then I was able to set this up all by myself. And I am not a technical person at all, so I set this up by
No,
myself.
no,
I
we've
kid you not,
seen
Clyde.
you.
And so if I look shiny, it's because I would typically touch up my makeup, but I was scared to move. So I just sat here the whole time, just waiting.
Well, you look marvelous, Mona. Believe me, you do. It's just, it's just it's how we're navigating these new times and these new circumstances.
That's
Um,
right.
a lot of folks are struggling with how to be on lockdown, so to speak. And one of the things I've been seeing as I've been looking for coronavirus-related humor is a tendency of Italians who went through this very early in the process to take a silk purse, a sow's ear, and turn it into a silk purse. And here's what I mean. They routinely are out on balconies now singing. And here's an example that we found on YouTube this morning. Okay, so there you have it. That's the doorman for that apartment complex who was out there directing everybody. They have
Oh, is that
figured
who
out.
was directing?
Right,
Okay.
right. They
That
have
was really
figured out.
cool.
Yeah, they figured out how to make it work, even though they're socially isolated and stuck indoors. So I'm hoping that we here can embrace that same level of cool and engagement with each other.
Absolutely.
So, how cool would it be, Mona, to have a TV character based on you, especially one who is beloved because he saved lives just like you did, right? Well, there was a Cincinnatian who moved west, saved lives, and inspired a character on a TV Western. His story is a Cincinnati curiosity you've got to see. Remember old Doc Adams on TV's classic Western Gunsmoke? That character was partially based on a Cincinnati doctor who became a pioneer in public health and sanitation. His name? Samuel J. Crumbine. Thanks to Dr. Crumbine, we have the fly swatter, the public service announcement, paper towels, and disposable paper drinking cups. Crumbine was born in Pennsylvania. His father died in the Civil War, and Crumbine attended a school for military orphans. He expressed an early interest in medicine and apprenticed at a pharmacy in Pennsylvania until he earned an opportunity to attend the Cincinnati College of Medicine and Surgery. While he studied medicine in Cincinnati, Crumbine vacationed in the Wild West and bought partial interest in a Kansas drugstore. On his visits, Crumbine saw a great opportunity for new doctors and located to Dodge City in 1888, earning his medical license in Cincinnati. Business was good. Crumbine quickly gained a reputation as an opponent of patent medicines and folk cures of dubious efficacy, such as sassafras tea, alcoholic potions, and concoctions made with mercury and other poisons. He also noticed environmental conditions that made his patients sick, including polluted water, clouds of flies following horses and livestock, as well as ignorance of basic sanitary habits. Tuberculosis was Crumbine's first target. Through his effort, Kansas outlawed common drinking cups, which greatly boosted sales of disposable Dixie cups and related brands. He had a Dodge City brickmaker create sidewalk pavers that read, "Don't spit on sidewalk." These bricks are collector's items today. He campaigned against the then common roller towel in restrooms and lavatories, urging adoption of disposable paper towels. Crumbine is perhaps most famous for his campaign against the common housefly. This catchy slogan, "Swat the Fly," gave its name to the newly invented fly swatter. Crumbine used any method available to spread his health messages, including brochures, posters, newspaper advertisements, cartoons, traveling exhibits, speeches, recipes, lectures, visiting nurses, and books. He even encouraged vaudeville singers to promote his message in song and comedy sketches. Crumbine also warned against misleading labels on food and drugs. Today, the Samuel J. Crumbine Consumer Protection Award is given annually by the Conference for Food Protection to local health officials who demonstrate unsurpassed achievement in providing outstanding food protection services to their communities.
Wow, what a story, right? And right now, I want to welcome the man behind these curiosities, Greg Hand. Thank you so much for calling in and being with us on Skype today. So let's just dive right in with why it's so hard to get people to wash their hands. It's a simple task, right?
You know, back then, even doctors were resistant to this idea. There's a famous case where a forward-thinking doctor was trying to get his hospital to mandate washing hands, and the head of surgery said, "Doctors are gentlemen, and gentlemen's hands are clean."
Oh, good to know. Good to know that as a patient, right?
Yeah.
So how was it that Crumbine came about inventing the public service announcement?
You know, the thing that's amazing reading about Crumbine is he was a very observant person. And he noticed that he could talk until he was blue in the face while he had a patient in the examining room, and they wouldn't pay any attention to him. But they would come in telling him things that they saw on stage at the local vaudeville theater. And so he went down to the vaudeville theater and gave out scripts to the manager. And so the manager would say, you know, we're going to have the Dog and Pony Show up next. But in the meantime, here's a message from Dr. Crumbine, and would read this announcement. And that was really picked up by a number of people, and that's the origin of the PSA.
And so were any of these messages based on Cincinnati and his experiences here?
In fact, all the evidence is that this kid from Pennsylvania, from this orphanage in Pennsylvania, when he came to Cincinnati, discovered a new passion, and that was baseball. And so as he went out to Kansas, in addition to spreading his messages about public health, he was very active in seeing that baseball had its place in the state of Kansas. And it was watching a game one day when they were talking about swatting a fly that he thought, now there's a catchy phrase. And so it was going to the Cincinnati Reds baseball games that led to the swat the fly message that made him famous.
That is fascinating. Well, Greg, thank you for sharing this. And if folks want to get more of these Cincinnati Curiosities, how can they find you?
Google Cincinnati Curiosities and you will find the blog.
All right,
Thank
Greg.
you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Allie?
In stressful times, financial security can be extremely strained. But during those times are when getting a grasp on your wealth is key. That's why firms like THOR Wealth Management are here to explain the highs and the lows of the market, who's affected, and when to start investing.
The financial system is in distress, but you have to have a game plan before the market corrects. And if you look at human emotions, if you go back to January and you look at this chart here, human emotions were euphoric. I've been doing this for over 30 years and I never saw such complacency and people saying the market's always going to go up. And what we've seen is the market has gone from euphoria to panic, and we're almost at despondency to the lower end. And here at THOR, we have a THORDAX, something that we have developed that tells us if it's risk on or risk off in the market. And it goes back to 1978, and anytime it's over 80, it says that the market returns are going to be 1.8% annually over the next 10 years. Before the market corrected in January, it was 93. So it was telling us to be risk off. And JP Morgan has done a study looking at 20 years of performance of individual investor accounts. The S&P 500 has generated a return of 5.6%, bonds 4.5%, inflation is 2.2%, but the average individual investor has only achieved an annual rate of return of 1.9%. That goes back to the human emotions chart that I showed earlier. They make the decision to sell out at the wrong time, get in at the wrong time. Most important thing is don't panic. Don't make a decision that's going to ruin your financial health. I've seen it too many times in my 35 years of experience. People sell out right now at the bottom. They want to be safe. Well, they put it in cash. Cash is earning nothing. And then 5 years from now, we're going to have inflation because we're printing so much money for the federal government. Your cash is going to become worth less than what it is right now in purchasing power. We work with a lot of emerging wealth clients, and these are younger clients that are in their 30s and 40s that are making money. This is a time that you want to start adding to your portfolio. If you have cash on the sideline, look at your budget, try and put as much money into the market. You're buying them at a bargain. But the market will come back. This is temporary. Temporary, I don't know if that means it's going to be 2 months. I don't know if it's going to mean 9 months. No one knows with this virus. But remember, investing is long term. This is definitely a good time to start investing some money.
And if you'd like to find out more information about THOR Wealth Management or speak to Jim Gore directly, give him a call at 513-271-6777 or send him an email at jgore@thorwm.com.
Thank you so much, Allie. Coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, we take a look at what these for salad. I strawberries and
All right, and to lift your spirits through the power of art, Stacey Kearns will tell us all about her inspirational work and how you can send a Bright Spot box to people in your life. We've got all that and a whole lot more coming your way in just a few minutes.
Have you ever had a piece of art touch your heart? A piece you personally connected with? Well, our next guest's mission in life is to create works that do just that. And right now, I want to welcome local artist Stacey Kearns. Thank you so much for being here, Stacey.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Oh, this is fun.
So tell us about your art and how you got into art.
Okay, well, I'm so excited. I'll tell you, a year ago today, I was an elementary art school teacher. I left that job to chase this crazy dream of spreading love, joy, hope, and healing through the power of art. And here I'm with you today.
I'm so
this is so fun.
excited. So tell me, how do you do that? How do you spread those things?
I love that you asked that question. Whether it is through my art, whether it's through my art workshops, I teach lots of art workshops, or through my Bright Spot boxes, which you can see right here, the mission is exactly the same. So for instance, our Bright Spot boxes, I've paired up with a dear friend of mine, Amy Rogers. She has been battling cancer for the last 5 years, and we have paired up to just be a bright spot in people's lives. Yeah. And so people can order these boxes that come with full of my inspirational artwork, gratitude stones and tags, and any occasion that you'd send flowers for, you could send a bright spot for, and this will last forever. And I have, my big life lesson is what you look for in life, you find. And if you look for the good in life and in the people around you, you're gonna find it every time.
Well, I love that.
That's just a big message for me. But also, I wanted to.
This is very special.
This is a special
I'm excited about this one.
So what I can do is within my artwork, I can include a loved one's writing. So this is a special letter that was written to his wife that just meant so much. He's passed away, and so she believes that he's come back as a dragonfly. So every time she sees a dragonfly, she thinks of him, and that writing, that's his writing, his note, and she'll have that forever and ever, just a priceless gift.
So you are able to incorporate his writing into your artwork.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
That's amazing. What a wonderful gift that is. So tell me, what made you decide that your artwork was going to be this kind of special and really hit home with people?
Well, I could really see what art can't cure. It's not going to cure anything, but it sure can heal. and it can help in that healing process. And I was seeing that as a school teacher with my elementary students. And I definitely, since I feel like God was pointing me in a different direction and kind of calling me in a different direction, I listened to that and followed. And like I said, I've worked with groups of women that have cancer, and boy, they've taught me a lot. And art really can heal, and whether it's viewing art that just is a sign. I'm a big one for signs, and I love that my art can have not only an uplifting image, but just a little word, of hope, or just that sign, of hope. So.
I love that you listened to God and He was leading you in this way.
He sure has. And it's been an amazing journey.
And what a blessing you are to so many people through your artwork.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here and sharing this with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Thanks.
So if you're like me, you may be a little conscientious of what you're eating. And there's no better way to delight your palate and diet than showcasing the delicious fruit in a salad. So to talk a little bit more and to show us how to make an awesome salad, we'd like to welcome back registered dietitian Lisa Andrews.
Hey, good morning, Allie.
Yeah, good morning. We love having you on.
Oh, I love being on. It's fun. Totally
So we are making a couple salads,
Yeah.
not just strawberry salads here.
Right. So it's actually National Salad Month.
Yeah.
So we're going to showcase a couple different ways to make salad because most people only think of greens. And I like to think of greens and grains and fruit and lots of stuff.
Okay, so what is the first salad we're going to look at?
So this one over here is Mexican-based salad or Mexican-style salad.
All right.
And the dressing is on the bottom, and I'm actually going to have you build one while I'm talking.
Okay.
And what I've got at the bottom is Bob's Red Mill farro, which is a whole grain. It's an ancient grain.
Okay. Is that what this is?
Yeah, it's very high in fiber, 7 grams of fiber, 7 grams of protein. Helps to feel full, makes you feel full. So go ahead and put that on the bottom.
All right. So let's make a point here, because
Yeah.
Lisa and I were talking about this, how I'm always skeptical of adding my dressing beforehand, but it's okay, depending on, but
So-
build from the bottom.
You build up from the bottom, and then when you're ready to eat it, that's when you're going to kind of shake it all up. So all the dressing will go to the top, and then your salad will be dressed and ready to eat.
Something a little heartier, put on the bottom of your
Right.
salad.
So then you can add your greens.
Okay.
And what I've got here is a mix of kale
add
and
it all?
spinach. Yeah, go ahead and add it all.
All right.
Because with greens, they're going to wilt. And so you can literally put like 2 cups in there, and then by the time it wilts, it's going to be like this. So you got lots of space for other stuff.
Time lunch rolls around.
Yeah. And one little trick with kale I mentioned earlier is if you massage it, it's less coarse and it tastes better. And you can do that before you put it in a smoothie or before you put it in a soup or something.
All right.
Then you're going to add your farro.
Okay.
And again, that's a whole grain. It has kind of a nutty taste to it.
Interesting. Has a different
And again,
texture,
it
too.
keeps you feeling fuller longer, so that if you only eat a salad and you don't have really any grains in it or any protein, like some tuna or some beans or something like what's in here, you're going to feel hungry, and then you're going to go eat something else.
Yeah.
So you can add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Yeah.
Cheese.
Strawberries are in season. They're beautiful right now. They're really inexpensive.
Pop of color.
Yes, I love color.
I say we should always be eating with color, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
always-
mean, the more colorful something is, the better it looks and the more appetizing it is.
I'm throwing
oh, that's
strawberries.
okay.
I will eat that
Yeah.
one.
So
Darn.
these are great source of vitamin C, really good for your heart, antioxidants, phytochemicals, prevent cancer.
All
And
the good
then
stuff.
I love to add nuts to a salad or seeds because they give it some texture and also some healthy fat.
I think what's also fun about this too is the mason jars.
Yeah, so the mason jars make it really easy. So this is just like a salad on the go. You can make it ahead of time. Just pack it in your lunch, and then when you're ready to eat it, you just shake it up and it's good to go. I mean, this is kind of what I'm eating today. I'll be honest, I'll be out on the road most of the day. So,
We just made your lunch.
Yeah, you just made
You're
my
welcome.
lunch. Yeah. So just, shake it up, and then really your salad's dressed.
Would you say the strawberries need to be organic or not?
So very interesting that you asked that, because strawberries are the #1 food that's highest in pesticides. However, the level of pesticides is set so that we're still safe to eat them. So even though a food might be high in pesticides, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's reached this ridiculous level.
Yeah.
If you're concerned about them, though, certainly buy organic. If they're about the same price, buy organic, but you are
What could
going
you
to pay.
substitute too?
You can, rinse them really well. Blueberries, apples, pears. I know those aren't seasoned, but any other fruit would still go well in a salad too.
And the dressing at the bottom, what's in that again?
So that is balsamic vinegar, which goes really well with strawberries.
Yeah.
Olive oil, a little bit of Dijon mustard and honey, and just whisk it up.
So this is all super easy to make, and there's a good chance that you might even have all of this in your cabinets.
Right, yeah. And again, no sodium in the salad dressing when you make it yourself.
That's awesome. And we will have this recipe on our Facebook page, but if people want to find out more recipes and more information about you, where can our viewers go?
Soundbitesnutrition.com or at NutriGirl on Twitter.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Lisa, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Allie. We'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, be sure to check us out on Facebook. We post all our guest segments and community stories there for you to watch and to share with your friends. So, like and follow us now at facebook.com/Cincy Lifestyle. And take a good look outside right now. It looks like a really nice day shaping up out there. It's going to get a little more milder today. You're looking at the confluence of the Ohio and Licking Rivers right across from downtown Cincinnati and right next door to Covington and Newport. So coming up tomorrow here on Cincy Lifestyle, opening your heart to pets in need. We're going to follow a local radio DJ and animal foster mom to see why it takes, or rather what it takes, to help these pets during this difficult time.
Then, Clyde, we head to the Music Lounge to check out the funky tunes from a band called Silmar. We'll talk about how the band got started and how they found their unique style of music. We have all that, so much more happening tomorrow right here on Cincy Lifestyle.
And of course, it goes without saying, folks, we always encourage you to be safe, be well, and be careful. That is Cincy Lifestyle for this Thursday, April 2nd. Now remember, if you know a local business that's unique or they have a product that's unique, let us know by email at cincylifestyle@wcpo.com or on social media. But whatever you do between now and the time you join us tomorrow, make it a great day.
Thanks for watching our video, and if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before, or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, we love to say it, make it a great day.